So I've been using iOS 16 since it dropped, and honestly this is the biggest update we have gotten ever since iOS 13. And here are the coolest features I've seen in the last 3 weeks. So I've got it installed on this iPhone XR since it's still a beta and I don't want to ruin my iPhone 13 Pro early on. But it does support all of the major features, so it's pretty good. But first, let's talk about device support since they've essentially killed off a lot of devices. For iOS 16, you need an iPhone 8 or later. So iPhone 6s, first gen iPhone SE and the iPhone 7 are getting the axe. I'm surprised that the iPhone 7 is getting cut off since I feel like it is still a capable device, but a minute of silence for my trusty old iPhone 7. Anyways, let's get into iOS 16 now. So the first thing you would notice is the redesigned lock screen. And we are finally getting customization on iOS. I feel like they took it straight from watchOS 8, but that's fine. It's amazing that you can quickly change the wallpaper on the fly, add widgets, change the style of the clock, and the wallpaper you choose also has a nice depth effect to it. This is straight up amazing, and not just that, if you long press, you can quickly go through your different wallpaper styles to your liking. But we do lose one feature with this, and that's live photo wallpapers. I don't think so a lot of people know what it is, but essentially it's a live photo, but that's also a wallpaper, so if you long press on it, it animates. I don't know why they removed it, but it was a cool feature anyways. But at least we are now getting live wallpapers like this astronomy one, which animates as you unlock your phone. It's pretty cool. I do wish we got an option to customize the shortcuts below, but that's totally fine. Notifications come up from the bottom now, which does make the lock screen stand out as you swipe up to see other notifications. I do feel that many people will miss a lot of notifications since you can only see one notification at a time, and you can hide notifications entirely if you don't want to see them. And not just that, now notifications from apps that send notifications on and on like Uber or let's say a sports game now come in this live widget format, which means they don't send you a bunch of notifications anymore and they update and stay on the screen for a longer time. A good example of this is the timer, which now comes in this nice notification bar. It looks pretty clean, not gonna lie. The music player also gets a redesign too. It looks much cleaner, and if you click on the album art, it expands to a full art view, similar to how it was on iOS 10. Simply put, this is the biggest redesign we have gotten for iOS in a very long time. And it doesn't just stop there. There are a lot of cool improvements that have been added to iOS 16. So let's start with messages, where you can quickly unsend or edit a message, which is useful when you mess up something or send something unintentional. I don't really use messages that much, but it's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Remember how we got live text with iOS 15? Now in iOS 16, you can do even more with it. Now you can quickly convert currency and translate text on the fly. But it gets even better. Let's say you want a subject from a picture. Well, you can long press and quickly just cut out the subject and send it to someone or put it on a notes, which is pretty nuts. I'm not gonna lie, this is something that takes at least a long time or a third-party app to do it, but this is pretty cool, straight up. And it gets even crazier. Now you can copy text from a video similar to how you would copy on a photo. Dictation gets even smarter now. You can quickly type as you talk and speak out emojis. Dictation is something that I've never really used that much, but I think after iOS 16 I might start using it often because this seems pretty good, to be honest. You can now add your delivery packages to the wallet app, which is useful if you have a lot of apps sending you the delivery notifications. This streamlines it all. Maps now lets you add multiple stops before your final destination, which would be useful for road trips and stuff. Okay, time for the smaller things that I've noticed over the last 3 weeks. Spotlight gets a slight redesign. Now the search bar is on the bottom and there's a search button on the home screen for quick access to Spotlight. You get the fitness app even if you don't have an Apple Watch, which would be useful if your friend doesn't have an Apple Watch, but also wants to take part in challenges like closing the rings or anything. The lock icon is now smaller and also has a subtle lock animation. Face ID now works in landscape for iPhone 13. There is now haptic feedback for the keyboard, which is long overdue, and Apple has had the best haptics on any phone. So it's about damn time we got haptics on the keyboard, to be honest. You can now lock your recently deleted and hidden albums, which is again a feature that many people have been asking for a long time. And you can quickly remove duplicates of a photo.
And a sub to this channel would be appetizing. Like this microphone. No, don't eat microphones. Oh my god, don't be stupid. Don't be.
That's all I could really notice in this last 3 weeks, but if you know even more features that you have noticed, let me know in the comments down below. Alright, let's get back to the last 2 features that I'm really excited about. So first up, let's start with privacy. So there's a new feature called Safety Check, which lets you review and reset access you have given through your Apple ID to other people like Find My, Home Keys, fitness activity, and many more. And it also extends to apps that have access to your data. There is also emergency reset, which quickly removes access to your iCloud on other devices, resets privacy settings on your device, and also removes access to your location. It's very useful if you want to quickly revoke access to someone you've given through your Apple ID, or let's say you're in a situation where you want no one to know anything about you. It's pretty cool. Okay, I've saved the best feature for the last, and that's continuity camera, which essentially uses your iPhone as a webcam for your Mac. For a long time, Macs have had mediocre webcams, and even the newer MacBook Pros, which have a 1080p webcam, aren't that great. And the iPhones have had the best video quality on any smartphone for a long time, and we carry this on our pockets everywhere. What continuity camera does is, if your iPhone is nearby, it uses it as a webcam, and you can use accessories to attach to it. So right now, I also did a test to see how good it is. So here's the Mac webcam. Here is the C920, which is a well-known 1080p webcam, and here's the iPhone XR. And as you can see, the iPhone XR has the most balanced skin tones out of all, and it looks really good. But it doesn't stop there. If you have an iPhone which has an ultra-wide camera, it does some stitching magic and shows your desk as a desk view, and it looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. This would be really useful if you do a lot of video calls on a daily basis. I don't really do it that much, but anyways, if you do it on a daily basis, this is gonna be a very useful feature. And this all happens wirelessly, which is very impressive. Now, I can't really watch for performance improvements or battery life improvements. For what it's worth, it's a beta, and the battery life is gonna be bad. And as far as I've used this phone for a long time, the iPhone XR heats up constantly with the iOS 16 beta. Alright, that's about it. This is just a short video on what all features that I've noticed with iOS 16. And as a whole, it's the biggest upgrade we have gotten to iOS in a long time. So yeah, stay tuned, and this is thank you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Peace.